I was on my way to conduct another business transaction, and I ran into an individual. A very strange thing happened at this point. He was very, very excited and began to talk to me about something he had just experienced. I'm going to go fairly quickly with this so that we can move along. This is a very poor rendering, but we are putting together a very good rendering of this. This man has said to me, Ken, I introduced myself to him. He was very excited. He said, have you got your identification mark? And I said, I don't know what you mean. What's an identification mark? He says, they've just enacted a new identification mark. And by the way, this started with a voluntary implementation first. You did it voluntarily first. This man told me you ought to get yours done real soon to avoid the hassle, because soon everyone, they say, will have to have this to conduct business. Now, what I want to show you is this is a poor drawing because we weren't artists, and I am a stick guy drawer, so please bear with me tonight. I will explain what the one I saw looked like. On the web of the right hand, this individual had what looked to be like the sunburst of Mexico. Anybody ever see the sunburst of Mexico? You know, it looks like a sun with a face on it. That's what this kind of appeared like, except these rays right here, they didn't look like that at all. If you could picture in your mind the sunburst, and then all of a sudden, like a hologram, beams were coming out of it as rays. This was another palm. This is upside down. I don't know why that happened. We made a mistake. Actually, I didn't do this, but I'll take responsibility because I don't want my friend to get the bad rap on this. I love that guy, so yeah, I do. I don't want to tell about him. This hand actually was facing just like the right hand was here, the same direction. Excuse me, it was inside of this, and there was another emblem just like this one on this hand like you see in the web. Okay, this guy was very excited about this. He was very happy because he said, hey, we won't have to use these stupid cards anymore.
Like one of them is the mechanical mismatch between humans and electronics, right? So electronics are boxy and rigid, humans are curvy and soft. That's a mechanical mismatch problem. Well, a researcher at the University of Illinois, his name is Dr. Rogers, what he did is he founded a company and they started making electronic tattoos. So I'm wearing one here on my arm.
Do we have
here.
A camera to get a...
This is a developmental system made by MC10, and it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. Now, it may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a watch on their wrist, but you can be sure that they'll be far more interested in wearing an electronic tattoo, if only to piss off their parents. That's something that you wear, but you could also imagine including authentication in just your daily habits. So I take a vitamin every morning. What if I could take vitamin authentication?
What?
Vitamin authentication. Look, I have one right here. Well, here, I'll let you hold it. Would you like to hold it?
I'll hold it.
Okay. So this...
You guys see it?
This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch, and they power it up, and the switch goes on and off. And it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token. Yes, this is true. Okay?
Okay, but...
Okay, so wait. So it's really true. So what this means is that becomes my first superpower. I really want this superpower. It means that my arms are like wires, my hands are like alligator clips. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated in. First superpower. Like, I want that. It means that my arms are like wires, my hands are like alligator clips. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated in. First superpower. Like, I want that.
This is FDA cleared?
So here's the thing. This is not science fiction. This pill was actually made by a company called Proteus, and they've developed it for medical applications. That pill has been CE stamped and cleared by the FDA.
Does Google now know everything I do and everywhere I go? Because let's face it.
Now, this mark, I want to tell you about it, was very strange to me at this point because shortly after the dream, actually, no, not shortly, again, I want to get these dates correct for you. 1993, the Lord spoke to my heart and said, take up the game of golf. And I said, that probably wouldn't be a good idea, Lord, because you remember my temper in high school with golf, and I would probably lose my testimony on the golf course. Are you sure you want me to play golf? He says, yes, I want to have you get relaxation and teach you about character. You need some. I said, okay, Lord, I'll do that. And so I began to take up golf, and like most other golfers, you either love it or hate it. I totally loved it. I dressed the part. I had the clubs, but I couldn't play. And so I would buy my golf balls at Kmart because they were very, very inexpensive there. Anyway, I'm at Kmart. And I hope if you work at Kmart, you're not mad at me tonight. But what I'm going to tell you is a shocker. And it's been confirmed now in 4 cities on the tour. I went up to pay for my golf balls. And as I put them down on the counter, I looked down and noticed this very unusual pad on the checkout counter. You know how you go to the grocery store where they weigh the vegetables and stuff? The little pad there? Well, at this Kmart, there was a little, like about the size of this overhead tonight, about an 8.5 by 11 gray colored pad with a hand sitting down on it with the, not exactly that, because again that's a very poor rendering. We will get the new rendering out, by the way. Stan was telling me we'll get it to you. But I saw this exact rendering that I saw in the dream sitting on this pad. Excuse me. I asked the lady, can you please tell me what this is all about? And she said, I'll have you know that they just recently put these in, and we're not exactly sure what is going to happen with them because they didn't tell us everything. She said, but a supervisor told me that what they're planning to do is sometime in the future just have a person run their hand by, and that will take care of the scanning. Somebody might be here tonight that's seen these same handprints on these pads in some retail outlets. I've heard they've been seen in Walmarts and some other, I don't know the names of East Coast stores. Somebody was telling me some the other day that they were found in. And another thing they told me was exactly what happened to me. I began to witness to this lady, by the way, and was able to, I wish I could have told you I led her to faith in Christ, but I wasn't. But I shook her to the core of her being. I told her some things about the Antichrist, about the mark of the beast, and then I told her a few things about her mom and dad and her home life and all that. And she didn't want to accept Christ, and the lady in line with her big bag of popcorn was getting a bit irate with me. So, but I'll have you know that she got rattled. And about 2 weeks later, it was gone. And some people told me, yeah, we're seeing him come and go. It's kind of weird how it's happening.
Alligator clips when I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated in. First superpower. Like, I want that.
But, you know, the whole move of these implants, there are a couple of stupid companies like the Verichip Corporation, with all its various names, that come out and say, oh, well, we want to sell this as a product. I don't think it's going to happen that way. People don't want an ID microchip. But if you turn around and instead say, you'll be able to listen to music and access Facebook and you know, get your email through this little implant, you're going to have a stampede of people wanting to do it. Because we...
Para asegurarse de que el Señor había muerto, un soldado le clavó una lanza por el costado y salió sangre y agua. Y el centurión que estaba frente a él, viendo que después de clamar había expirado así, dijo: verdaderamente, este hombre era Hijo de Dios. Después que expiró, bajaron el cuerpo de la cruz, lo envolvieron en una sábana y lo pusieron en un sepulcro prestado. En Jerusalén reinaba una gran incertidumbre. El Señor Jesús había muerto, Judas se había ahorcado, y los discípulos estaban ocultos porque temían perder la vida. Parecía no haber esperanza alguna. Los discípulos, dominados por la incredulidad, olvidaron que Jesús había dicho que resucitaría. Entonces, sucedió el evento más grandioso de todos los tiempos. 3 días después que Jesús fue sepultado, la gloria de Dios se manifestó y aquel que había sido crucificado resucitó de entre los muertos, ofreciéndole al mundo la esperanza de la vida eterna. El Señor Jesucristo, obteniendo una gran victoria sobre el pecado, la muerte y el infierno, proclamó: yo soy el Alfa y el Omega, principio y fin, el que es y el que era y ha de venir, el Todopoderoso y el que vivo y estuve muerto. Mas he aquí que vivo por los siglos de los siglos. Amén. Aunque Satanás es un enemigo derrotado, Dios le ha dado permiso para gobernar sobre el sistema de este mundo, el cual está totalmente corrompido. El propósito de Satanás es cegar los corazones y las mentes de las personas para que no acepten el Evangelio. Millones de personas están engañadas. La religión es uno de los medios que usa Satanás para destruir tu alma. Pero Jesucristo vino para salvarte. Satanás ha hecho que multitudes sigan las enseñanzas de Buda, pero Buda está muerto. No tiene ningún poder para salvar porque él fue tan solo un ser humano. Las religiones paganas de la antigüedad adoraban a Astoret, conocida como la Reina del Cielo. En la actualidad, sin saberlo, millones de católicos romanos adoran a esta misma diosa pagana como la Virgen María. En su santa palabra, Dios mismo ordena: maldito el hombre que hiciere escultura o imagen de fundición. No te inclinarás a ellas, ni las honrarás. Eso es abominación ante los ojos de Dios. Otra obra maestra de Satanás es el islamismo. La historia prueba que Alá era simplemente un antiguo dios de la luna en el Medio Oriente. Mahoma fue condenado al infierno cuando rechazó a Jesucristo como su Señor y Salvador. El diablo le ha provisto a la humanidad millones de dioses falsos para que los adoren. En su malvada imaginación, el hombre ha adorado todo, desde insectos, roca, ríos, ídolos hechos con las manos, y aún a Satanás mismo. Para ser un discípulo de Jesús, tienes que rechazar todos tus dioses falsos y seguirlos solo a Él. El lago de fuego es el destino final para todos los que han rechazado al Señor Jesucristo como su Salvador personal. Para ellos es demasiado tarde. Pero, ¿qué decidirás tú? La palabra de Dios dice: y vi un gran trono blanco, y al que estaba sentado en él, de delante del cual huyeron la tierra y el cielo, y ningún lugar se encontró para ellos. Y el mar entregó los muertos que había en él. Y la muerte y el Hades entregaron los muertos que había en ellos. Y vi a los muertos, grandes y pequeños, de pie ante Dios. Y los libros fueron abiertos. Y otro libro fue abierto, el cual es el libro de la vida. Y fueron juzgados los muertos por las cosas que estaban escritas en los libros, según sus obras. De toda palabra ociosa que hablen los hombres, de ella darán cuenta en el día del juicio. Cuando haya terminado, Dios pedirá a un ángel que abra el libro de la vida para ver si el nombre de la persona se encuentra allí. El ángel mirará y dirá: Señor, ese nombre no está aquí. Y Dios dirá: apartaos de mí, malditos, al fuego eterno preparado para el diablo y sus ángeles. E irán estos al castigo eterno, y los justos a la vida eterna. Esta es la historia más grandiosa que se haya relatado jamás. Jesús es la luz del mundo. Si tú no tienes a Jesús, no conoces el camino al cielo. Él mismo dijo: yo soy el camino, y la verdad, y la vida. Nadie viene al Padre, sino por mí. Si confesares con tu boca que Jesús es el Señor, y creyeres en tu corazón que Dios le levantó de los muertos, serás salvo. Observen detenidamente y vean los millones y millones que murieron en sus pecados. Jesús amó a la gente de tal manera que dejó los cielos para advertirles del infierno y del juicio. Él derramó su sangre preciosa, la sangre de Dios, para limpiar los pecados de ellos. Murió y resucitó de los muertos. Pero ninguno de ellos creyó en Él. Ninguno recibió a Jesús como su Señor y Salvador. En lugar de elegir la vida, eligieron la muerte. Por tanto, Jesús, como Dios Todopoderoso y Juez último, tenía que enviarlos allí, a su segunda muerte, en el nombre de Dios, antes que sea demasiado tarde, antes de morir. Cree en Jesús y recíbelo como tu Señor y Salvador, antes que acabes en este terrible lugar.